Assalamu alaikum, my dear friends and fellows. How are you? I welcome you here on my training channel. My name is Abdul Khalik. Dear friends, technologically, lot of development and advancement has taken place, and today's human has been provided with plenty and plenty of comforts and facilities. Even a layman is living, even a commoner is living a much better life as compared to the past. So, dear friends and fellows, despite all that technological development, certain new difficulties and problems and complications have also emerged. So, the life is not that simple in this sense. So, psychologically, mentally, there are lots of complications, and in this manner, the people think that they are not as easy, as comfortable, as content as they should have been. Complications, people are, tired of it. Some of the people are fighting it, coping with that all successfully, up to great extent they are successful in that. While another, some of the people, or maybe many of the people, they are unsuccessful in coping, in meeting those difficulties. So, my dear friends and fellows, today we are going to talk about if at all we want to simplify our life, if at all we want the complications to get out of our life, we want to make our life simpler enough. So our today's talk is dedicated for all that. So I think it is the need of many people, most of the people, including me, including you. So my dear friends and fellows, I think that if at all we want to make our life simpler enough, so all what is needed is there are certain habits, there are certain attitude which needs to be removed, which needs to be said goodbye. So my dear friends and fellows, so there are, after our research, we have come to a conclusion that there are certain things. There are seven things in number. So these seven things should be somehow, we need to say goodbye to all of those seven things. So my dear friends and fellows, what are those seven things we need to say goodbye? First of all, it is overcommitting yourself. Overcommitting. We people are seen overcommitting because we are making our arrangement here and there. So every request and every invitation, people want to entertain. People want to say yes. People pleasing, and saying yes to every request and every invitation. I think we need to learn to say no more often, because we need to refuse politely but firmly, or at least we should not make a commitment. We should rather tell them that, okay, I will see if at all the time arrives, unless something is very important. It should not be made compulsory at all to make a kind of firm commitment. So I think overcommitting ourselves, it is the first thing. I think we need to minimize, we need to reduce drastically our commitments. That's one way, the first thing. And now the second thing is, it is procrastination. Failing to do the things on time. Procrastination. Keep procrastinating. Again, I think it should be cured. It should be undone. It shouldn't be done at all. Usually, or mostly, or maybe all the time, we are seen procrastinating because something we do have to do is not simple. It's a bit complicated. It's a bit difficult. So, in a situation like this one, whatever is needed is that I think we need to break all those complicated, the difficult, the harder thing. We need to break it into the bite-sized pieces, and then one piece at a time should be taken. So, my dear friends and fellows, this is very important. We need to overcome the problem, the trouble of procrastination. So, then that is the second thing. Now, the third is neglecting self care. Neglecting say self-care, we need to say goodbye. Why, dear friend? People are seen, neglecting the self-care because they are of the view that they don't have the time, they don't have the energy, they don't have the resources. As a matter of fact, it is quite a counterproductive thing. We should not be, we must not be doing this thing at all. we must not be, I think that we must not be, you know, we must not be neglecting the self care at all. So this is that is the number three thing. We need to say goodbye to this attitude of neglecting the self care. Now the fourth is living in the past or the future. People are seen living in the past. People are seen living in the future. So I think as for the past is concerned, some of the people, because they feel happy, because they are of the view, because that the past days were a good one. So I think those sweet memories, I think all of that is fine, but we need to live in the present. Also, as for the past is concerned, there are so many regrets and there are so many repentance. I think we need to learn whatever was not done properly, what we failed to do, or what we did the wrong thing. We need to learn and we need to seek the apologies. We need to seek the forgiveness. We need to compensate and also we need to forgive so that we could become lighter, so that we could get rid of this sort of burden. So that is as for the future is concerned, not to worry about the future at all, rather to plan it, to prepare it, and then leave it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whatever is better, pray from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, supplicate from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do what is, I don't know what is good for me, what is bad for me. I have a very limited knowledge and a very limited wisdom. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and even this is created and given and gifted to me by you. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, please give me and please do whatever is good for me. That is living in the past and the future. And now the fifth is being tied to digital devices. Being tied to digital devices. That is what earlier people used to stick to the television. Then came the computer, and then came the smartphone. The people are seen busy with the smartphone. That is really bad. I think that we need to minimize. We cannot stay away. We cannot totally eradicate this thing from our life as for the screen time is concerned. But we should create boundaries, we should set boundaries, and we should try to minimize the usage of this screen use. Now, as for the sixth is concerned, we need to say goodbye to comparing ourselves to other people. Everyone else has given a unique sort of capabilities. Everyone else has given a unique sort of circumstances. Everyone else has given a unique sort of the background. So keeping in view all that, I think we should not be. Every product of human Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, every human being created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is unique one. So my dear friends and fellows, keeping in view this thing, I think that we shouldn't be comparing ourselves our life to that of any other person's life at all. So that is, we need to say goodbye to it. Now, the seventh and the last is trying to be perfect. Some of the people they want to become a perfectionist. Never, we will not be able to do anything else in a perfect manner at all. So, dear friends and fellows, I think that we need to stop making effort to be a perfect person. So that is all what is so much needed. Thank you very much. I think we shouldn't be a perfect person at all. Rather, we need to concentrate. Rather, we need to focus upon one thing, and that one thing is that we should always try to make an improvement. And making an improvement, this is enough, and nothing more is needed. Never ever try to become a perfectionist. Never ever try to do anything else in a perfect manner because it will remain undone. So, my dear friends and fellows, these are the seven habits, the seven behaviors we need to say goodbye to. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.